of streetlights.
This is the beginning of the film, and it lasts exactly 11 minutes.
This autobiography consists of information about my hearing and eyesight playing tricks on me.
I didn't talk until I was 3.5 years old.
I knew I was different. I knew I came across as different.
Let's start with what happened in preschool times. At that time, I used to hate small shops because my eyesight used to make them look as if they were even smaller than they actually were, and they looked only a metre in area.
When I was 6 years old, I was fascinated by numbers. I used to teach myself to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One or two times I counted up to 1,000. It took me hours. 18, 19, 20, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163.
Once, I was at the Mother and Baby Club. I didn't like it because of all the people talking, and it sounded like thunder. That was the same reason why I didn't like going to town in the early days. All the noise was terrible. I did not get on very well at nursery school. On bright days, my sight blurred. Sometimes when other kids spoke to me, I could scarcely hear them, and sometimes they sounded like bullets. I thought I was going to go deaf.
The other kids wouldn't let me join in their games, even when I wanted to, because they thought I was mad. Because I was tensed up and had a way of flapping my hands, and I came across as being different. And kids don't like kids that are different.
I was often lazy at school because sometimes my ears distorted the teacher's instructions, or my eyes blurred to stop me seeing the blackboard properly. I was sometimes able to hear a word or two at the start and understand it, and then the next lot of words sort of merged into one another, and I could not make head or tail of it. I can now recall that one could sometimes refer to me vision and hearing as being like an untuned television.
300, 301, 302, 303, 304, 305, 306, 307, 308, 309, 310.
As a child, I wanted to feel the comfort of being held. I craved tender touching. At the same time, I withdrew from touch. Being hugged was like being swallowed by a tidal wave.
When I was 16, I couldn't look somebody in the eye. I always focused on a point about 45 degrees away from their eyes.
I cannot follow the rhythmic give and take of conversation. People have told me that I often interrupt, and I still have difficulty determining where the pauses are.
When somebody points something out to me that I find interesting, I always have trouble finding it. It's especially when I think it might be interesting. I could see something really boring straight away.
I was intensely preoccupied with the movement of the spinning coin or lid, and I saw nothing and heard nothing. I did it because it shut out sound that hurt my ears. No sound intruded on my fixation. It was like being deaf. Even a sudden noise didn't startle me out of my world.
My Uncle Mick gave me that shell tin. I used to carry it around with me. The oil that was in that shell tin, he put it in his old Anglia car. And I used to like that tin because I used to like the shell signs at the garage when shell was written on the shell. When it was my shell tin, I used to be a bit upset when I left that behind because I was fascinated by it. 670, 671, 672, 673.
I always used to be obsessed with time and punctuality. I always had to go to bed at 8 o'clock, not a second after, otherwise I'd have a tantrum.
Why are the streetlights going on?
Because it's getting dark.
The streetlights are going on now, aren't they?
Yes, it's getting
As a young child, I'd ask the same question over and over again.
Why are the streetlights going on?
I did this because it was pleasurable to hear the answer.
Why are the streetlights going on?
Because it's getting dark.
If a particular topic intrigued me, I zeroed in on that subject and talked it into the ground.
Streetlights are going on now, aren't they?
Sometimes I heard and understood,
Because it's getting
but other
dark.
times
Yes, it's getting
the
dark.
sound of speech reached my brain like the unbearable noise of an onrushing...
735, 736, 737, 738, 739, 740.
I like trains because they are interesting. My first product was a 37 with RMC Roadstone trucks. The 37 is the best of my animation sequences. The 47 is my second to best. This scene is a cab ride of an imaginary branch line, passing another train in a station and yet another train on the level crossing beyond it. Rushing along a main line and alongside a lake. And I've done a road scene as well. But eventually this leads nowhere. This was done at Worksop. A 37 with a sand train and a passing sprinter.
988, 989, 990, 991, 992, 993, 994, 995, 996, 997, 998, 999,000.
This is the end of the film.
Yeah, I used to like watching Channel 4 because it was a new channel. I just didn't want to miss anything on it. I used to let Mum have Coronation Street on like that. But now, look back, I think how silly I was. If a new channel started now, I wouldn't be like that. I just look at what's on. I think if I think there's nothing on tonight, then I'll watch the other 4 channels.
Got a package full of wishes, a time machine, a magic wand, a globe made out of gold. No instructions or commandments, laws of gravity or indecisions to uphold. Printed on the box I see, Acme's built a world to be. Take a chance, grab a piece, help me to believe it. What kind of world do you want? Think anything. Let's start at the start, build a masterpiece. Be careful what you wish for. History starts now. Start now. Now.
Autism is a disorder in the brain's data processing. Information entering through the senses is processed differently. Autistic persons have trouble turning details into a coherent whole. This takes more time and a lot of effort. So many are overly sensitive or not sensitive enough to certain stimuli.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Such as sound or physical contact. They may react in a way that is incomprehensible to outsiders. There are several forms of autism. The most common are classic autism, Asperger syndrome, and PDD-NOS. Because they process information differently, communication, social interaction, and imaginative powers are difficult for them. What is the result? Autistic persons often take information literally and have problems with indirect, non-verbal communication, such as proverbs, gestures, or facial expressions. This may cause confusion and miscommunication. Contact with other people is difficult for them because it's hard to understand the other's thoughts and intentions. There's a lack of reciprocity, and making contact can be tough.
Police, stop.
The imaginative powers aren't well developed, so it's hard to form a realistic picture of things not present in the here and now. It's difficult to assess cause and effect. Moreover, planning and organizing is often a problem. This may cause rigid behavior, clinging to acquired and familiar rules. It provides a feeling of structure, security, and reliability. With some people, breaking a routine or unexpected situations may lead to panic. Autistic people often focus on one detail.
A football.
Their repertoire of interests and activities is remarkably limited. Do you suspect autism? Always ask for the AutiPass. It describes how to recognize autism, and it contains tips and advice about how to talk to autistic persons.
Hello again. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon and I am autistic. Sensory overload. It hurts. We are not misbehaving. We are in pain. Sensory overload is where people with autism cannot tune out sounds, lights, sights and smells. We hear, feel, smell and see it all at once. And that is hard for us. Instead of just focusing on one thing at a time, our brains focus on everything. So please, if you see a child crying or throwing a temper, don't judge. They might be autistic. Also, if you know someone with autism, don't get offended if we walk off in the middle of something or don't answer to our names. We are just trying to calm ourselves so we don't have a meltdown. Sensory overload. Please remember, it hurts and we are in pain.
Hello. Today I am vlogging from a restaurant. Not really, but this is just a demonstration. Stimming is a repetitive body movement, very common in autism. It is done to stimulate one or more senses. I get very uncomfortable in situations such as these. So in order to make myself feel more relaxed and comfortable with my surroundings, I distract myself with pleasurable repetitive stimming. I do not like crowds, continuing or sudden sounds. Very common in autism. Stimming can mean a lot of things. Flapping one's hands, spinning in circles, rocking back and forth, rubbing hands on certain materials, licking or biting certain things, moaning or making strange sounds with one's mouth, and a whole lot more. If you know someone with autism and they are doing something that to you might seem strange, let them. If themselves or no one around them is at risk from injury, it is perfectly alright to let them continue stimming. It is helpful, it is relaxing, and if you watch carefully, some stimming can mean something to those with autism who are nonverbal. But I will get to that another time. Until then, keep smiling, bye.
This is my little brother. Let me tell you a secret. He has autism. You can't tell that by looking at him. It's like it is his own little secret. When I go to school, Mom teaches him at home. He tried to go to school before, but the other kids were mean to him. Other kids think he's weird just because he's different. It makes me sad that other kids can be so mean. He didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes he doesn't understand what other people mean. Like, when someone says they are laughing their head off, he thinks that they mean that their head actually came off. Oh yeah. My brother also has a hard time with things like hearing, seeing, touching, smelling and tasting. When lots of people are talking at the same time, I can't hear what any one of them said. But my brother can. He can hear them all, at the same time. The same thing happens with sights, sounds and smells. He takes it all in. My mom says that is why he sometimes doesn't answer me, or gets really mad. It's too much for him to handle sometimes. Mom calls it sensory overload. It looks like a temper tantrum, but he's actually in a lot of pain. Most people just think he's being bad. I wish more people would take the time to get to know him. He doesn't talk a lot, but he is actually very smart. He has trouble with some things like using a pencil or riding a bike. But he can use a computer better than anyone I know. Sometimes when we're playing, he'll just leave to be by himself for a little while. My mom says that he needs his space sometimes. To avoid sensory overload, he takes some quiet time to calm down. It used to bother me, but now I don't mind. I really love my little brother. I just want people to be nicer to him. He is special, but he doesn't need special treatment. Just for people to give him a chance. Mom tells me not to worry about it, but I still do. It makes me sad. Not that he's different, but that people can be so mean. Thanks for listening. My little brother thanks you too. We have to go now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Is that your boy?
Yes, that is my son Cameron.
Why isn't he playing with other children?
He has autism. It gives him some social difficulties.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's like Rain Man, right?
No, it's not. It's a disorder that makes it difficult to socialize and communicate. It affects everyone differently.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there some kind of medicine that will make him normal?
With some therapy and some help, he'll be just fine. It's a struggle and he'll seem a little different, but he's as normal as he needs to be.
Oh, so it's not so bad then.
Well, no, not every child is so lucky. Some children are never able to speak or live an independent life.
That sounds terrible. Why can't they find a cure?
Well, no one knows what causes autism yet, much less if it can be cured.
What about vaccines? I heard it's vaccines.
There's a lot of news about vaccines going either which way. For the most part, it's been proven that vaccines do not cause autism, but it's entirely possible it triggers something.
So why do you take him out if he's never going to be social?
Because he's human. He has feelings. He has emotions. He cares about people. We cannot just keep him in the basement because he's a little different.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that if he cannot communicate, what is the point?
Well, like anything, it takes practice. Integration is the only way he can learn how to communicate, learn how to be social with people. It also helps him to learn how to deal with sensory overload.
Sensory overload. What is that?
Well, it's as the name implies. When there is too many sounds, lights are too bright, too many smells, or the smell is too strong, if something feels strange or hurts, it can lead to sensory overload. It's kind of like torture. Eventually the child has a meltdown and throws a fit.
Does your son throw fits?
Sometimes.
Isn't it embarrassing when that happens?
It used to be. It can be hard when your child is screaming and other parents look at you, judging you to be a bad parent. You just feel so terrible. But I've learned to ignore that. I know my son is in pain. I know it's not his fault or mine.
Well, I'm glad that my children aren't like that.
Yes, you were lucky. But don't dismiss the good things too quickly.
Good things?
Yes, he has taught me to appreciate my surroundings and to appreciate myself too. I've learned not to take anything for granted and how to accept the differences in others. He's taught me how to love unconditionally as well.
That sounds really nice. So he will grow out of it then?
No, he won't. Autism is for life. What many do not realize is that there are a lot of adults living with autism too. They may be in group homes, or homeless, or working jobs just like you and me. They may seem shy to us, but really they are living with a form of autism called Asperger's.
Adults with autism?
Yes, you might even know some people or work with people that have autism and not even realize it. In fact, they might not realize it either. They might just feel like they're different somehow.
Absolutely fascinating.
Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate you taking the time to learn about autism and my son. With more understanding and acceptance, life will be better for my son and everyone else with autism. That's what I want most of all. Goodbye.
I have some. Do you want these? Marcus is very loving and very affectionate. We were blessed with him, and he is on the autism spectrum. I'm Renee Dunn. Marcus, look. I'm Marcus's grandmother. Look. Car? You have a car? He likes playing by himself, and whenever you would sit down with him, he would kind of move away. It's not the game. And he is getting very, very frustrated not being able to communicate. Look, Marcus.
His grandmother watches him while his parents work. When I first started working with Marcus, he was not talking, not saying any words. He had lots of babbling. He wasn't very interested in playing with others. I'm Jenny Sharpless. I'm a speech-language pathologist here at the Kennedy Krieger Center for Autism and Related Disorders. The number one strategy we're going to work on today is just tuning in to what he's interested in and imitating him. So show me how you normally play at home.
Okay, the first thing we would do is we would take them out. Now, if he didn't immediately take something, then I'd give him something. There you go. Very good, Marcus. Very good.
Great, so he was really good at that puzzle.
Yes.
But the one thing that I noticed is that he's playing and you're watching.
Yes.
I want you to be able to be his play partner. So what was he doing with this puzzle?
He was picking up each piece and putting it in.
Yeah. So then you will take your turn and do
So
what?
let him do one and then I'll do one.
Yes.
Which we do. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put one in. Two. Now you put one in.
Already the look of your play has changed. You were playing together. It looked like you were taking turns. It already looked more fun. One thing is we talked about not asking a lot of questions, not using a lot of generic type language, but looking at a toy and thinking about what's the most important vocabulary we can pick out from this toy. It's just looking at this simple puzzle. What are some vocabulary words that come to mind?
Colors, as opposed to shapes. Or if colors were too difficult, I would count, because he loves numbers.
Also, we can think of the action words. We put in and we take out.
You want to put it in? Which one? One. Can I do one? Two. So 1, 2. Go ahead. What number is that? 3.
As soon as we simplified her language, she joined him in play. He stuck with her longer and he started saying words, which was amazing. Has he ever seen this toy before?
No.
So he's figuring out that the balls can go in the holes. So thinking about the imitate strategy we did with the puzzle, what would you do to join in with his play? Now let me offer one suggestion. Come around and be more face to face with him.
Okay. Be on this side. So now,
already it changes the look of your play. It looks like you're playing with him rather than just watching him.
True. So now I could take this off. So we think it has to be something so difficult, and we have to have all this education about autism to work with them. Ready, set, go! Actually, I've learned here with Jenny that it's just the little simple things that you do and simplify the way you think about playing with them that really helps them the most. Can I have a card? Please?
So make sure you have your own. When you imitate him, you don't want to have to take his toy because it's not about turn taking, it's about really imitating. Car! What are you going to do now that you have your own car?
I'm going to try to play along with him. Ready, set, go!
Go! And look, he is enjoying this so much. You're getting such nice eye contact. He's smiling at you. The next thing I want you to think about is your language. So we already know go is a word because he's saying it. Go! But what other words do you think can you think about with this toy?
Car.
Good. Renee, like lots of parents, want to teach their child something new. That's where we get the next part of the strategy, the expand part. But we can think about expanding on our language a little bit and saying car go or go car.
So to hear him say we because he was excited or go because he knew it was time for the car to go down the ramp, it's wonderful.
This bus does exactly what he likes to do. He likes to put things in or on. So we can show him this toy. So make sure your positioning is also on your mind. When you're in this type of position, he can make eye contact with you easier. He can share smiles with you easier.
Off?
You know, especially in this era of technology, there's less emphasis on toys and just good old-fashioned play.
Being in there and taking my turn, and it lets him have fun with it. Thank you.
Join in, do what they're doing, see what they're doing, and it definitely works.
So now I can just play with him and he'll enjoy it, and we'll still be learning. Ready, set, go!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the road so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Mr. Sun, oh Mr. Sun, oh Mr. Sun, oh Mr. Sun, oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me.
Matching the feelings with their correct image, show them what they've won.
So what is it that you want to do? You have to choose something. What do you want to play with the ball? Or do you want to play with the puzzle? It's either the ball or the puzzle. Which one? The ball or the puzzle? The ball or the puzzle?
Na 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 na.
Do you want Mr. Potato Head? Do you want purple shoes or yellow nose? Purple shoes or yellow nose? Shoes or nose? Do you want more or all done? More or all done? Show me more or all done.
Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, won't you please shine down on me? I'm Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind the trees. These fields are trying to are asking you to please come out so they can play with you. I'm Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, and please shine down on me. I'm Mr. Sun. The jerk and now asking you to please come out and let me play with you. A Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on, please shine down on me.
Asperger syndrome is a developmental disability. That means it's something you're born with that affects the way you develop and the way you understand the world.
While every person with Asperger's is a unique individual with a unique personality and individual ideas, Asperger kids have similar symptoms. An individual with Asperger's will often have difficulties with social functioning, whether that's a child having difficulty getting along with other kids on the playground or an adult not understanding office politics. Sensory issues are also very common. A child may be oversensitive to light, sound, even smells. Obsessive interests are typical, and this focus on one subject to the exclusion of others often contributes to their social isolation. Insistence on routine is nearly universal. It is possible that any change in routine can cause a meltdown. Let's talk about difficulties with social functioning. Your child probably will prefer to play by himself instead of with others. He likely will have difficulty making friends. He won't understand social cues. The social grace and hidden social messages we take for granted are like a foreign language to someone with Asperger's. He will also likely have sensory issues, such as thinking something is too loud, that fabric is too rough, or that something is moving too fast or smells bad. Obsessive issues are part and parcel of Asperger's syndrome. Most children with Asperger's have special interests that they talk about all the time. One child might be obsessed with train schedules, another with World War II history. Insistence on sticking to routine helps someone with Asperger's feel grounded. They are often fixated on routines, but this fixation with routines can be to the extreme. With children, even small deviations from routine, such as sitting at a different place around the dinner table, can cause a meltdown. Most kids with Asperger's need to know when everything is happening in order not to feel completely overwhelmed. This does not mean all is bad. Those with Asperger's are usually very honest and hardworking when it's something they're interested in. They are loving and intelligent in their own way. They often have excellent memories and are not afraid to think for themselves.
And I understand that you have Asperger's. Can you tell me what that is?
It makes me think differently.
And can you tell me one great thing about having Asperger's?
I'm smart.
Is there something you don't like about having Asperger's?
No, no, no.
It's like, where you get to, it's like a form of autism, and the name might sound funny, but it's actually 1 in 150 people get it.
Hello, my name is George. I have Asperger's syndrome, but that doesn't stop me playing piano.
It's like having Asperger's is not very fun. And it's weird.
How's it weird?
Because it's like me versus normal. It's like Asperger's versus normal. I don't like that.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I told a little bit about Asperger's. Asperger's syndrome is a form of autism. And Asperger's kids have problems with social skills. And I have problems with that too.
Hello, and today's topic is about something called the Asperger syndrome. I am part of the Asperger syndrome, and all cats have it actually. So if you have a cat, you have someone that's from the Asperger syndrome.
Little kids are the public face of autism. Their appeal helping to win public understanding and educational support. At the age of 3, Zach Hamrick was admitted to this school for children with autism in Paramus, New Jersey, run by Bridget Taylor. Although it's a private school, the fees are mostly covered by public funds.
When Zach came to Alpine Learning Group 18 years ago, he had very limited language and couldn't follow directions. He was very difficult to engage socially. And, you know, here on the tape what you see is I'm asking him questions, and he only knows answers to very few questions, and he can't really attend to our conversational interactions for long periods of time.
Can you jump?
But when children like Zach grow up, will there be public support for them as adults when they're no longer cute, harmless, and unthreatening? In 2 months, Zach will turn 21. And the federally subsidized education that has brought him this far will end.
What numbers are these?
5, 8, 4.
The mandate that made education available to all children regardless of disabilities expires at 21. Yet he'll need support for the rest of his life. Like many people with autism, Zach's life is a cruel paradox of impressive skills compromised by serious handicaps. In 2009, Zach completed New York's Nautica Triathlon in 3 hours and 14 minutes. He swam a mile in the Hudson River, biked for 25 miles, and ran for 6 in Central Park. Yet he was never more than a few feet from his father or his cousin, because Zach has no sense of dangers in traffic, and so can't go out on his own.
If we come to an intersection, he doesn't know what those cars are going to do when he needs to stop. So he's dependent on my telling him, turn right. Zach, go turn left. Turn left again. Go fast. Go. Pass the car. Go. Right side. Go. 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 Pass it. Yeah.
And strangest of all, this expert biker doesn't understand about changing gears.
Do you want to make it easy? Yeah. Make it easy, Zach. All right. Now let's go. Of course he feels it's easier, but it's not better. Easier is not necessarily better from his perspective. Hard is also good. There you go. Good. Zachary can't communicate well enough with people to explain himself or tell them what to do. So the signs on his helmet, in case he gets separated or I get hurt, in order to let people know that he is autistic.
Steve, who's an investment banker, has made a huge personal investment in Zach's physical development. Instead of words, they have a shared physical communion.
You like this song?
For hundreds of thousands of adolescents with autism about to become adults, there are very few programs available. For those desperate to find a solution, it is a public health crisis.
Well, estimates are about 700 to 800,000, kids are moving through this system, and time is not on our side. These kids are aging at the same rate as all of us. Hey, Elias. What are you having?
Peter Gerhardt is a nationally known expert on adolescents and adults with autism. He directs the program for teenagers at the McCartan School in New York.
Good. He's happy. Just finished lunch.
I like you too. That was really cool.
Gerhardt considers the disabilities education law basically a civil rights issue for children, but not, so far, for adults.
After the age of 21, there's very little. It's more we're going to provide services if we have the money and if you fit into this service. So more and more, we're seeing kids, graduate out of high school to nothing. They go onto waiting lists, they sit at home.
Gerhardt says there's a critical shortage of people who can work with adults with autism.
First of all, they need staff people who understand the needs of adults. They need trained people who can work with them. And in almost every state of the union, the credentials to work with adults with autism, high school diploma, driver's license, and a criminal background check.
And paid what?
And paid just above minimum wage, usually. Maybe $8, $10 an hour. It is not considered a career choice. Nobody goes into the field of adult services looking at it as a career.
Say, my duck is yellow.
My duck.
There are pockets of excellence throughout the country. And there are some very good adult programs out there, too. Unfortunately, they're just very, very, very few in numbers. When we look at the actual numbers that are coming through the system, it's very much like trying to use a turkey baster to drain a swimming pool.
Zach has many life skills.
Hello.
Zach still has lots of issues with understanding language and communicating. He can't be left for long periods of time by himself. So although he's made tremendous gains, Zach continues to require services.
At home with his mother Nancy in Mahwah, New Jersey, he makes his own lunch.
But unfortunately doesn't really understand danger. We had an incident not too long ago where accidentally something was left on the stove. When I came down, the house was filling with smoke. And Zach was sitting by the computer on his chair, spinning in a circle, slowly, not paying any attention at all to the smoke alarm, anything, just in his own little world.
Yet his own little world has many facets.
As you can see, this is Thomas the Tank Engine, and he draws, tapes papers together and draws until he gets the desired length, colors it and cuts it out.
What age would he have been when he made this?
I'd say he was probably 7 or 8 when he did this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right now, is that?
Zach's sister Skylar is close to him in age, only 17 months older, and very close emotionally. Now a junior in college, Skylar has always felt responsible for him.
Nice spare. Yeah.
When you think about the future, Zach's future, what are your thoughts about it?
The future has always been scary since I was little. Who's going to take care of Zach? Am I going to take care of Zach? Is Zach going to move in with me and my family? These are all questions with no answers.
Kill the beast!
I won't let you do this.
You're not with your disgust. Bring the old man.
Get your hands.
Each member of the family has learned a different mode of communicating with Zach. Skylar's is through the music and movies that command so much of his waking mind. A current favorite, even obsession, is the movie Beauty and the Beast.
We're counting on your fuss to lead the way.
The memorized dialogue serves in a touching way as the conversation they can't really have.
He's a beast, he's a dog, he's the top ones.
We won't rest till he's good and deceived.
He picks it out and he washes it over and over and over and over again. And whether we like it or not, we end up having all of the lines memorized. It's really like, it's the closest that we'll ever get to sitting as a family and having a roundtable discussion. It's the most interactive thing to do with Zach that I've found.
Her love for Zach makes Skylar worry about the risks he runs.
Something I worry about is people misunderstanding him because he looks normal. And he acts pretty normal most of the time. So I always worry, like, when he goes into the bathroom to use the urinal, he drops his pants down all the way. I'm afraid that one day someone's going to take that the wrong way. It's all of these little what ifs. What if?
You missed it again?
Peter Gerhardt feels the answer is more trained Mayo teachers.
Ideally, he never should have been reinforced for doing that initially. Personally, I think it's because we are a field that most of our young educators are females and don't know how to use a urinal. I would like to use this opportunity to let them all know that we don't drop our pants to our ankles.
Gerhardt wants society to become as comfortable with the needs of adults with autism as it has with the physically disabled.
Because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, we've seen significant changes in our environment. We see handicap parking spaces, and we see ramps into buildings, and we see handicap bathroom stalls, and we see all these things that didn't exist, 10, 15 years ago. As a society, we've gotten very comfortable with the idea of accommodations for people with physical disabilities. We now sort of get that. For people with neurological challenges, however, we're still at a loss about how to accommodate.
Zach has advanced enough to have a job.
What do you need? I have the keys, please. You're very welcome.
At a nearby retirement community, he sorts and delivers the mail to residents.
Here are the keys, and let me get you the mail.
Zach is paid for his work, but he needs and will always need constant support.
Thank you. Thank you for helping us today.
In the form of a job coach.
You're welcome.
Almost finished?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Do you like the job?
Yes.
Do you find it easy or is it hard?
Yeah.
Yet even this protected job for Zach expires with his 21st birthday, since his job coach is paid through public education funds.
Good job. Keep it up.
It leaves his parents at present without answers. Black hole.
Black hole of fear.
Black hole of fear.
Well, there's not a whole lot of territory that's been charted thus far. We're kind of at the leading edge of a huge wave of individuals with autism. And there aren't a whole lot of services in place for adults. Zach's going to need a place to live. We can't live forever, but I have no intention of dying until I know that he's safe and secure somewhere.
In the meantime, the family finds what comfort it can from the idiosyncrasies of Zach's mixed limitations and skills.
We'll think it's something.
And the uncanny relevance of these memorized words he's able to utter so clearly.
We don't like
what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us.
We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us.
Tommy, nice to meet you.
Meet you too.
Yeah, I like the sunglasses.
Oh, thank you.
And the hat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What do you do for fun?
I like to paint. I like to write. I go to, Bunker Hill colleges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go to school.
I used to go to school. I went to a school working with special needs kids.
JFK.
Yeah. Can't sleep. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Can't sleep. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Lullaby and good night. Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for owner gets to sleep. Good night. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. On the wrong side of the bed and I hold my head. Ain't no time, yes, for lullabies. Cause if I can't sleep, the world stays up with me.
Yo, what's good, my dude?
What's going on, Playboy? How you been, man?
Same shit, different day, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, just got out.
Just got out. It's hot as hell.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at everything. She looks different. All messed up out here, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no money out here anymore.
It's so, man. It's crazy.
I ain't even have to work a 9 to 5 now, dog.
It's like that?
Yeah, it's like that. Stupid Billy Bags caught me, came for some pounds, dog.
What do you mean he caught you?
Straight got me, dog. Straight got me.
How you gonna handle that?
I don't know. It's whatever, dog. I don't know. You wanna take care of that?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Alright. Got you. Work. No doubt.
Man, I heard the most craziest thing, man.
Yeah.
I got a kid.
Kid looks just like you.
But it ain't mine, though.
Yeah, right.
She better go to Maury's son.
Yeah. Word?
Cigarette?
You want a cigarette? Yeah, man, you got that.
You know, cigarettes are bad for you. They make your lungs black, they make you sick, and they make you gag.
Is this kid alright, man?
I got some balls.
Yo, man, keep it moving.
You should come in one night.
Yeah, you gonna hook it up?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up. So what else you been up to?
Not much, you know, just hanging out down the beach a lot. What's going on tonight?
Actually, yo, Billy got a little thing popping off. Billy Bags. Yeah.
All right,
You should come through, yo.
Hey, yeah. You want to?
Raphael got out of jail today.
Did he really?
Yeah, man. He's cool with that dude Tender, man. The dude that you stuck up.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so you
So
gotta watch your back.
I'm watching my back.
I'm just letting you know, man. But you don't want to go back to
I know. I'm telling you right now, you don't know how I get down nowadays, bro. I got 2 kids, man. 2 kids, 2 bids, good rids. It don't matter, man. You know? I'm telling you right now, it don't matter, man. I'm telling you.
You ready to sit? Ladies right there, man. Let's just keep it moving. Let's go. Let's just I got your back no matter what. Blood for blood, eye for an eye, bro.
Static selector.
Ralph. Yeah. I ain't lying to you, man. The dude, you know, he just got out of jail. He ain't got nothing to lose. What I said on the beach, man, today is real. He's chilling with Tender, man, in my building. You know what I mean?
Oh, word?
Yeah, it's real, bro. That's the way I'm walking, and that's the way you're walking. Just do me a favor, bro. Don't walk with me today that way. Don't walk with me that way, man. Go handle your business with your lady friend, man. Let's meet back at the church. Just take my advice, man. Because if these dudes see you, they're gonna try to start some trouble, and you know I got your back.
I know.
You know, hey, we don't need these dudes, man. We're way above. We're doing different things now.
I know.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you, man. I'm gonna take your advice, bro.
What you doing down here, bro? I know about this place. What's your name, bro?
I know about this place.
Your name's Tommy? What you know about this place, man? Yeah. My father that used to be an ex-cop used to take me down here when I was 7 years old. Really? Yeah. Yeah, your father was an ex-cop? Who's your father? Where you from, my brother? Danvers, Massachusetts. Yeah? I see you down here looking at all the ladies. You like the ladies down there, huh? Yeah. The ladies out in Danvers? There's no ladies in Danvers?
No, there's ladies in Danvers, but they're mean to me. What do you mean they're mean?
Why's that?
They call me retarded and fat.
What?
Because I'm autistic and ADHD.
Yeah, really?
What's ADHD?
You want to go get a bed?
Yeah.
Yo, let's take this kid for a beer. That you was looking for me. I'm in the hood.
Static selector.
I'm in the hood. Somebody said that you was looking for me.
Look, this tender right there, dude. This kid, what the fuck? You wanna got my bunch of birds.
Somebody said that you was looking for me. I'm in the hood.
What up? What y'all doing? All right, get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Man, we gotta talk, bro.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Listen, man. It's not worth it, man. You know, I know what you got upstairs, man, and I know you probably have that on you too. You know what I mean? Yo, Tommy, tell me what you told me.
Listen, Billy, you don't need it. You're a good kid.
He's right. All right, Tommy. Just for Tommy, I'll go put the thing away. All right?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, all right, kid.
You're right, Tom. You're a good kid, man. Yes, a good kid, right?
All right, man. All right. Listen, the thing's gone. I got Tommy. Tommy, in order for you today, I'm taking you to the banana boat down the beach. You ever been to the banana boat?
No.
No, it's the best ice cream around. Let's go. Come on.
I'm getting.
I'm paying. Let's go.
But it's still cool just to dream, man, because
one world, one heart, so close, so far, no tears, no scars, we're so close, so far.
It's true. I am the father, so results of DNA test.
What, that little seed yours?
Yeah.
Damn, yo, that's good for you, though.
Oh,
you got
man,
a little seed. You got a little seed, though.
Yeah.
Yo, on that other note, yo, Billy Bags and Bobby Trapp are right down there at the court, just chilling.
Right now, right now?
Right now, right now.
So you got that on you?
Def. It's all you, player.
They got Tommy.
Yo, Tommy. Yo, they got him. Yo, Tommy. It's all my fault. Damn. Tommy, gonna kill this. Relax. Gonna kill him. Damn, man, we gotta get out. Relax.
Because he's special.
What do you mean he's special?
He has autism.
Autism? Like, he's good at art, like
He's slow. It takes him a while to warm up to people. It's hard for him to get close.
Listen, he's not slow because of me.
Yeah.
So you and your kid, that's not my child, right? No.
What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, man. You graduated, man. Out of party, man. Something that you always wanted, big brother. Let me tell you something, right? You know what I'm talking about, man. The dude that you killed, his name was Tommy, man. And he was autistic. Hope you can sleep with that, man. That's all I gotta say to you, son.
I'm autistic. I struggle with it, and I work with kids who have it too.
Autism usually appears in the first 3 years of life and affects the normal development of communication skills.
Autism affects 1 out of 88 children in today's society.
They have problems just like other regular people, but they could get through life just like any other person. Give that person a chance if he's autistic or whatever.
JFK. Yeah. Can't sleep. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Can't sleep. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Lullaby and good night. Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for all the guests to sleep. Good night. Sleep time, yes, for lullabies. Cause if I can't sleep, the world stays up with me.